Material pleasures. Jesus said to him, "If you wish to be complete, go and sell your possessions and give to the poor, and you shall have treasure in heaven, and come follow me." But when the young man heard the statement, he went away grieved, for he was one who owed much property. Matthew 19:21-22. Devotional was taken from the Reverend Steve Hills book, and these are his words. A man in his 60s once approached me after a meeting and handed me a large contribution. "Preacher," he said, "this is for you to go to the mission field." Curious, I asked the man about himself. He began to weep as he told me how God had called him to missions as a young man, but he thought he should work for a little longer to set some money aside. 40 years later, he was very wealthy indeed, but had neglected the call of God. Unable to accept his gift, I advised him to use the money to finally obey God himself. Bishop Samuel Wilberforce, 1805 to 1873, served the Lord in ministry to the upper class and royalty of England. Sadly, his observations are still true today of many Christians. He writes, "There are many powerful influences at work which are hostile to our spiritual development. Life is lived easily. Cheap gratifications within the reach of almost all of us abound everywhere. Our styles of living are strongly flavored with abundant material comforts and physical pleasures. All this tends to soften the spirit, making it reluctant to venture to the place of high communing where reverence is bred. The valley is so pleasant, the air so soft, its flowers so many, its attractions so enticing that few are willing to climb the mountainside and brace their nerves in its sharper airs." As Christians, we are not called to a life of softness, but a life of service. If your heart is truly in pursuit of God, be careful not to value comfort more highly than calling.